So I'd like to know what you do, what your name is, and where you're joining from very quickly. All right, I'm here to see responses, guys. I'm here to see responses. Okay. No responses. What's going on, guys? Tell me your name, where you're joining from, and what you do currently. Okay, Moses from Lagos is a legal virtual assistant. That's nice. You sound like um you are a lawyer. Am I correct? You're a lawyer, right? Legal virtual assistant. I love that name. Yes, that's great. Okay, so it's so good to be here, and I'm so glad to have every one of us here on this call today. So I can see Angela from Lekki, Lagos, and she's a facility manager. That's great. Mark from Abuja, you own a tech company. Awesome, awesome. Awesome. All right. So everyone joined this call for so many reasons, right? Some of us are trying to pivot into tech. Some of us are trying to leverage AI in our current role. And some of us are trying to master one skill or the other. Some of you are trying to master one skill or the other. Okay. So it could be that you're already a data analyst, but you want to leverage AI in your role. It could be that you're a business analyst, you're looking to leverage AI, or even as a project manager. Okay. So today's topic is about becoming the strategic project manager and business analyst every organization needs. Please, if your camera is turned on, please can you turn it off? All right, please turn it off. Thank you. So becoming the strategic project manager and business analyst every organization needs. That's what we're discussing today, and I'm glad to have Chuku here, Mark, Angela, Moses, and so many other people from every walks of life. So if you have friends, colleagues, partners that should be on this call, okay, you can send them the link. It's a free call, all right? So you're not to pay to come into this call, okay? It's a master class. So you can invite your friends, invite your colleagues. The link would be shared. All right, you can invite your friends, you can invite people that should be on this call. Okay, you can invite people that should be on this call. Right. So moving on, it's becoming the strategic project manager and business analyst every organization needs. Now you might have a question in your mind. The question in your mind can be, what does it mean to be a strategic business analyst? What does it mean to be a strategic project manager? How many of us are business analysts already on this call? If you're a business analyst, give me a thumbs up. Or if you're looking to become a business analyst, give me a thumbs up. If you're a project manager also, or you're looking to become one, just give me a thumbs up. All right, this is your thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up. Good. So I see Angela. Okay. So one question. I have one question for you tonight. Okay. But before I ask that question, I want to introduce you to Tenalytics business, okay, and what we do. So Tenalytics business is a leading e-learning platform. All right. What we do is train people on AI tools, AI skills, all right, and how they can be relevant in coming years. We train people on AI skills and how they can stay relevant in coming years. So the courses we take center around business analysis, data analysis, project management, data, HR analysis, automation, so many skills, so many courses out there. That's what we do. Okay. And for you to have joined this webinar, it means you are very much interested in upskilling. You're also very much interested in leveraging AI in your current role. All right, so my name is Mercy. I'm a data analyst, I'm a business analyst, and also a project manager. I've been doing this for close to a decade, and I have, professional experience across finance, across tech, across 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 healthcare also, right? And currently I train at the analytics business. All right, so after tonight's webinar, you'll be able to understand what strategic professionals do differently, all right? What differentiates you or those that get stuck and those that get promoted. Okay, so those that get promoted, those that get hired, what are they doing differently? Also, you learn how executives think about projects. What happens when you have a project to oversee? How do you think through it? Then, you get to discover the skills organizations actually reward. And also, you get to learn how AI is changing BA and PM roles. So please, if your camera is turned on, kindly turn it off. All right? Kindly turn it off. Thank you. Learn how AI is changing BA and PM roles. And also, you get to create a roadmap to become indispensable. All right. So the question I wanted to ask earlier is this, and it's very simple. If your company lost you tomorrow, that is, maybe you resign or they kick you out. Right? My English is very interesting, but yeah, that's what it means, which means they sack you. What would they mean? What would they miss the most? Would they miss the tasks that you get to do, or the fact that you are a very strategic and critical thinker? Okay, so what exactly are they going to miss about you? Oh, Frank is no longer in the organization. I miss Frank because he's very punctual, or I miss Frank because he gives ideas in meetings. So this is a question, it's rhetorical, but I want you to answer it. What value do you have to offer right now that makes you indispensable? What value do you have to offer right now that makes you indispensable? We're going to look into some case studies and all of that, but I want you to think deep down. Are you strategic enough? And how much do you give to work currently? So I have Julius here from Abuja. He's an architect and a project manager. That's great. Okay, Wanchuku is a sound engineer. Amazing. You guys are welcome to the call. All right. So before we continue, I want us to drop down our interests. Are you interested in business analysis, data analysis, project management? Okay. Let me know in the chat. I'm waiting for you. I know Julius is interested in project management already because he's a project manager and he's looking to upskill. I think that's it. All right. So if you, I want you guys to drop your interest in the chat. Is it business analysis? Are you here to learn how to move a business from where they are currently to where they need to be? Okay. You guys are not active tonight. What's going on? Michelle, what's going on with our guys? Okay, so I'm expecting the comments to the chat to be going like, so many people sending in their interests. What is your interest? What is your interest? Project management, business analysis, data analysis. Send it in the chat. Send it in the chat, okay? Today is Friday, so we shouldn't be so tired. There's no work tomorrow. Okay, Daniel, business analyst and project management. Amazing. Okay, Esther, project management. Okay, I want to have an idea of those in the room. Wow, Angela has interest in 5 things. Wow. Data analysis, business analysis, automation, projects. What is it? What's going on? Angela, what's going on? Okay, Frank is into healthcare. I'm looking into creating content using AI. Amazing. That's very good. Okay. Amino, data and business analysis. Rachel, project management, automation. Amazing. So it means that we already have an idea of what we want to do. Okay. And that's the best way forward. You know what you want to do, what is needed. The next thing that is needed is for you to take action towards what you want to do. And I can see that a lot of us have a very good understanding, okay, of what you want to do. Someone like Angela now, we need to sit her down and ask her questions, because how can you be interested in 5 things at the same time? Okay. So Moses is interested in project management and AI automation. That's good. Okay. James, business analysis and data analytics. Okay. So let's continue. I can see that we have a lot of BA, PM in our midst. All right. That's very good. Because today's webinar is centered around how you become a strategic business analyst and project manager. Now, the world of work has changed. Obviously, we know that the world of work has changed from, the buzz now, AI this, AI that, learning how to leverage AI, how AI can come in, all of that. It's not because AI just started being in operation, but because the world is changing, okay? Recently, I was doing a research and I realized that AI has been in existence for over 70 years. And a lot of us did not know about it. Before someone say, oh, it's because I'm in Nigeria. No. It's not because you're in Nigeria. You didn't know about it. It's not because you're not knowing about it. It's not because you're in Nigeria. Okay. The fact that it's been in existence for 70 years and a lot of people didn't know anything about it is proof of many things. So if you go to the bank, the SMS bank sends to you, the process of creating an account, so many things in the banking process, all right, the banking system rather, is automated. So many of their processes are automated. And then you would check, how come we just knew about automation? How come we just knew about AI? It's because of the rise of generative AI, okay? LLMs like ChatGPT even opened our eyes to a lot of things. You're like, wow, how can I use a software like this and it will be telling me, so many things about, it can give me answers, it can do this, it can do that. Then there was a time that we told ourselves we will not do photo shoot again because Nano Banana was doing amazingly well, very, very nice pictures for us. Then Gemini came in, Claude, now the buzz is Claude. Oh, you can use Claude to create a website, you can use Claude to automate your process, so many things like that. So the world of work has equally changed. The way you can use ChatGPT to create a file, to revamp your CV, to do all of those things, that is how employers are thinking strategically too. So before they bring you into the organization, they want to see how you can leverage AI in your role. Okay? They want to see how you can leverage AI in your role. Now, this is the AI productivity gap. When we were doing things traditionally, you do a lot of manual documentation. As PAs, as BAs and PMs, you already know this. Documentation, you're always documenting. Okay, you're always attending meetings, always writing things down. But with AI, you can generate, documentation without the human input. Okay, so you can generate an AI assisted documentation. Now another thing is manual reporting. Okay, manual reporting, data analysts and analysts will know these things. All right, so you are, even BAs and PMs, they're always sending reports, right? And then with AI you can generate, reports like that. And then hours of research. How many of us know the tool that is best for research now? The tool that is best for research is Perplexity. All right, Perplexity. So the truth is, so many tools out there are best suited for specific things. That's why I see Gemini. You use Gemini majorly for pictures, nano banana pictures. Okay, ChatGPT research, a bit of research, but Perplexity majorly research. All right. So instead of using hours searching, trying to understand a market, trying to understand, how things work, you can spend minutes telling Perplexity what to do, and it will do it for you instantly. Now, another traditional task is manual analysis and multiple revisions. But with AI, you can generate insights from data. Okay, that's our data analyst. You can generate insights from data by uploading the data set. Okay, very fast, very easy. I hope we should be able to do something like that on this call. Okay, and better first drafts. Yeah. So AI doesn't eliminate work, it eliminates repetitive work. So AI doesn't eliminate the fact that you will work, it only eliminates repetitive work. Now, here are some skills that AI cannot take from you. All right. As much as, oh, AI is coming to take your job, this is that. There are some skills that AI cannot take away from you. In 10 years, 20 years time, these are skills that AI cannot take away from you. Okay. One is critical thinking. AI tools are built to think like humans, but it cannot totally think like a human being. The way we reason is different from the way AI reasons. Okay, I hope you guys are following. Give me a thumbs up if you are following. I know it's not a real class, it's a master class, but it's still a class. Okay, so there'll be a lot of question and answer, reactions here and there, just so that we align properly. So critical thinking is one. Okay, another one is stakeholder management. AI will not forever take this from you. Communication, all right? It can aid your process, but it won't take it from you. Okay, so if you have any questions, please drop it in the chat. Okay, if you have questions, kindly drop your questions in the chat. Negotiation is another skill, decision making, creativity, leadership, leadership, leadership. Can a robot come to your organization and start saying, oh, you did this, that? We still need the human input in every organization and in every process. All right. Ethics and business judgment is another one. Okay. Before we proceed, guys, there's a link in the chat. I want you to fill that link. All right. There you have access to the recording and the material. You have access to the recording and all the materials we'll be using on this call. Okay. Now, on to the revolution of professions. Okay. Evolution of professions. How that, we've moved from this stage to this stage. Before now, the traditional PM, what the traditional project manager does is that they plan the project, they track tasks, and then they send a status report. They plan a project, they track the tasks. Oh, I assigned this task to Frank. Has he done it? This is the due date. Why hasn't he done it? Frank, please give me feedback. This should have been done yesterday. Blah, blah, blah. All right. And then at the end of everything, what happens? It now sends a report, maybe every week, maybe every month, maybe till the end of the project, whatever works for them in that situation. All right, because projects are dependent, they are not they are not one size fits all. The way you treat one project is not exactly the same way you treat another. Okay, but the modern project manager is supposed to do business strategy, look into the risks involved in each project. Triple J, please let me turn off your camera, please. Thank you. So modern project managers do business strategy, Risk, they look into the projects. What are the risks? What are the risks involved? They do a lot of risk analysis, okay? Stakeholder management also. Benefits, they look into the cost benefit analysis of that same project. All right, they look at the changes involved, the changes that are going to be happening, how to leverage AI. They also look into the business value of that project. You can see the number of things that right now, if you are being employed as a project manager, they expect that you know all these things. Okay, they expect that you know all these things. So before now, if you can plan a project, track it, and then send status reports, you are fine as a project manager. But right now, it is different. They expect more from you. Okay. Also, as a business analyst, similar. Okay. Traditional business analysts do a lot of requirements gathering, documentation, and testing. But now they expect you as a strategic business analyst to come up with your business outcomes, your customer experience, innovation. They want you to be very innovative. What can you do? How best can we what can we do about this current process? What is the way forward? Because as a business analyst, you should know everything about the current process and the future process. Okay, that's where the Aziz and to be comes in. How do you pick out the bottlenecks in the current process and how to make it better? There are some processes that you have to automate. There are some processes that you have to rule out completely. So that's where innovation comes in. And you need to have that as a business analyst. Then digital transformation. How best do you know? What do you know about AI, tech, and the future of work? Okay. The professionals the professionals who will thrive will need to combine strategy, technology, and communication. All right. The professionals who will thrive in the marketplace right now must learn everything about being strategic, learn about technology, AI, tech. How do we make processes better? And then they must also understand communication and means of communication, either communicating to the public, communicating with stakeholders, communicating with team members. All of those things need to be in check as a professional in 2026. Okay. All right, so very quickly, I want us to look into this case study. I have a question, Dave. Which Which AI tool is best for preparing presentation slides? Well, there's so many tools. Gamma is there, Canva AI, Notebook LM, Tome, Copilot. What else? So many tools out there right now. Claude is another one. So those are some tools. I hope you get that, Dave. All right, let's look quickly into a case study. I've already built this case study on ClickUp, and I'm going to show you how I was able to leverage AI in building it from scratch. Okay. Now, Tech Solutions is a medium-sized e-commerce company experiencing a high volume of customer inquiries. So what this means is that customers are reaching out to them every now and then, and then they're asking them questions. Please, I need this. Why can't I log into the platform? I've already signed up. It's not sending me I don't know, so many questions like that. And then they are reaching out to them. They're reaching out to the customer satisfaction agents every now and then. Okay. Long response time have led to lower customer satisfaction and increased operational costs. What this means is that if a customer asks a question, it might take 30, 45 minutes, 2 hours before they can get feedback. And such customers are very intentional about getting stuff done instantly. So let's say, for instance, you are trying to log into Chowdeck. You are trying to log into Chowdeck, and then while logging into Chowdeck, you had some issues. How many of us know Chowdeck, where you order food online? Have you all heard of Chowdeck? Okay, so Chowdeck is like a food hailing app. where you can order food from different vendors. Just to give that context for those that don't know what child deck does. All right, so now you want to order food from child deck, and you before you can order the food, you have to sign up to their website. While signing up, you had some issues, and then you reached out to the customer care agent, and then the customer care agent is taking 1 hour before you can get feedback. Sorry, I'm laughing. I'm seeing the scenario as I'm painting it. The customer care agent is spending 1 hour, like you are waiting for them to give you like solution to the issues you are facing, and they are equally hungry and they are not giving you feedback. So that alone can make the customer leave the app and stop using child deck. That's equally what's happening in tech solutions, right? Are we together, guys? Do we understand that scenario? Great. So long response time has led to lower customer satisfaction and costs. Increased operational costs. Now, the company decided to implement an AI-powered customer support chatbot to provide 24/7 assistance. So what they are doing now is that they are not building, they're not hiring more people. They want to build an AI-powered customer support chatbot that can respond to clients 24/7, answer questions, answer frequently asked questions, and remove the workload on human agents. Now, they want to deploy these chatbots within 4 months while improving customer satisfaction and reducing support costs. As a project manager, you've been hired as a project manager to manage these projects. All right. The case study, I want to focus on project managers. All right. So that we can see how it works. So that we can see how it works. Okay, so this is ClickUp. This is ClickUp, and this is a tool for project management, task management, team management. Okay, because here you can see who is assigned to each task, their due dates, priority levels, and the likes. So this is the space. Okay, if I'm to do this on this call, it might take us another 1 hour. All right, so I already built it, and I just want to show you how I was able to leverage AI. Okay, now before all of this came to be, this is my AI section. Traditional project managers would have to build this from the scratch, but as a non-traditional project manager, as a strategic one who knows how to leverage AI, I'm using a tool called ClickUp Brain. All right, ClickUp Brain. And then I told it everything about the project. Then I told it to act like a senior project manager, create a 4 month project roadmap for implementing this solution, organize the roadmap into phases, key objective, major deliverables, milestones, and the likes. So it was able to generate it for me. You can see phase one, this is phase one, this is the start date, end date. Phase two starts immediately after phase one ends. Now, one thing you must know is that you don't necessarily have to take what AI gives you verbatim. But I must tell you that AI is built to be very intelligent. So if peradventure, after this was built, you see some things that you want to change, don't hesitate to change them. All right? Because you are building based on your team and based on the resources available. So I sound like I'm in actual class right now. So if you enroll in any of our programs, this is the way our facilitators teach. Okay? So we don't just give you courses. I met someone today and the person was like, we are very different from people that just send YouTube links to their students and they don't interact with them. We interact with our students like this. All right. So phase one, requirements and planning, phase two, blah, blah, blah. So it generated everything for me. And I told it to import it here. Okay. Instead of manually doing it, let me show you how much this is. You can see that each of the tasks they have assignees, they have due dates, they have priority levels. So some tasks are under a particular phase, and then like that, it goes like that. Okay, it goes like that. So that's to tell you that all of these things, I did not do it by myself. I was able to leverage AI to do it. Now look at this task. This task is to conduct stakeholder interviews and gather requirements. Of course, we are building a solution. The first thing we want to do is to understand our stakeholder needs. Why are we implementing the chatbot? What are the issues we faced before now? Okay. Yeah, as a BA, this is the role of a BA, by the way. You gather requirements and then you conduct stakeholder interviews. All right. Now, where does the DA come in, the data analyst in the room? This is where you can analyze the data. They told us that, oh, it takes longer period for customer support agents to reply our customers. How long is it? Is it just the customer complaint? We now said that it's long. you know some of them might even take 3 days before the customer will get feedback. So you have to be sure, based on data, so that when you are building the chatbot, you can build it, you can structure it in a way that it makes your customer more confident in using the chatbot. Because there are some customers that are very weary of chatbots. I hope you know what chatbots are before I continue. Some of us don't know what chatbots are. Okay, do we know it? Give me a thumbs up if you know what a chatbot is. And if you don't, give me a thumbs down. This is a thumbs up and this is a thumbs down. I hope we are together. I hope we are together. Triple J, Abigail, Amaka, Angela, Babatunde, Basil, Benedict, Bola, Celestine. You guys are here. I can see you guys here. I can see you guys here. If you know what a chatbot is, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Good. A number of us know what they are. But if you don't, please give me a thumbs down so that we can, you can follow through with what we are saying. That's good. Thank you, Triple J, for your honesty. So what is a chatbot? All right, I say Akamaka also. A chatbot is a system, right? It's an automation, majorly, that can do what you assign it to do. Okay, it's just like building a robot. I am telling this robot, oh, your job is to be washing dishes, and then the robot knows that that's the only thing it's built to do. A bot that chats. Good. Yes. So you're building a robot. The word chatbot and bots, robots, they are how do I explain this in a way that you can get very quickly? Okay, let me read what I can see online, because it's a software application designed to simulate human conversation through text or voice. So it acts like a human being, but it is not a human being. How many of us use UBA on this call? If you use UBA, then you should know Leo of UBA. Leo of UBA. Good. So you know Leo, right? You know Leo, and you know that Leo is not a human being. I hope you know. I hope you know that Leo is not a human being. Leo is on your WhatsApp, but it's not a human being, right? It is a system, a software system that is built to respond to you like a human being. All right. So that is what they are building here. They are building something like Leo. I think Zenith, is it Zenith now? That has Ziva. Ziva. Let me check. Ziva is also a chatbot. Ziva, yes, of Zenith Bank. Okay. So Ziva is equally a chatbot. So they can choose to call, tech solutions now can choose to call their own chatbots a name, maybe tech body or tech friend or techify. They can choose to call it whatever name. But some people are weary of using chatbots, and that's where the data has to come in. Okay. customers get their responses in a minimum of 2 hours. How can we build this chatbot to be able to answer all the questions? Okay. Your data also means that it must give insight into the kind of questions that customers ask. Because you are building a chatbot, what kind of questions will customer be asking this chatbot? And so that it can, respond as fast as it can with the right answer. Okay. So it takes a lot of process. That's, you understand. Okay. It takes a lot of process, it takes a lot of reasoning, it takes a lot of intentionality to build a solution like this. And that's where, every of us on this call come in. A data analyst would ask for data. If they don't have, they would have to, go through the process for a while, and they give you data based on conversations with customers. Okay, response time took 2 minutes, response time took 7 hours, response time took this. Okay, so what questions did they ask? How many minutes did they call last? Those are kind of data that would inform decision making. Now, that is for the data analyst. For the business analyst, you want to understand where the business is at currently and how you can build this solution that they need. Okay, if the business is at the point where they are losing customers majorly because their customer service reps are not giving their best, because they are interestingly, yeah, there are some organizations that will tell you, oh, it's because we hired someone, we hired a gate man, that's why we are not getting sales. And you're wondering, a gate man, how did the gate man affect sales? Okay, if you're having customers coming into your organization, maybe the gate man is insulting them, because normally the gate man doesn't even interact. He only opens the gate and closes the gate, except the gate man is now going to meet them where they are. Sir, you are not okay, why are you here? Those are things that can affect sales. But saying that hiring a gate man reduce sales is very funny. That's where you as a business analyst will now say, okay, when did sales start dropping? When did we hire this gate man? What is his interaction with the customers? What was our sales strategy before? Those questions help you understand the business better. And this is where all of that happens. Conduct stakeholder interviews and gather requirements. Okay. Another task here in the first stage is to audit current customer support systems. This is where I'm saying the data analyst comes in. Okay. Another task is to define chatbot scope and use cases. Okay, so this is to let you know that I did not generate all of this by myself. I did it with AI in few seconds, and it is very accurate. All right, it is very, very accurate. So let's continue with our slide. All right, let me continue with my slide. How many of us understood that example? How many of us understood that example? If you understood, just give me a thumbs up. 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 Okay, I can see Angela. Good. So it makes you understand that your job as a BA and as a PM, as a data analyst, is beyond just surface level. You have to be strategic. That is what gives you the kind of promotion you need. That's what makes you hired. That's what makes you noticed. Okay, the kind of information you give, the kind of innovation you bring to the table. All right. For some people in tech solutions now, they might say, oh, let's hire more staff, let's keep hiring staff. And then someone is saying, no, let's build a chatbot that can respond 24/7, instead of hiring more people and then still having same issues. All right. Now, how many of us wants to go deeper? I have a question here. Would you like to go deeper into other DA, BA, and PM artifacts? Would you like to learn more about data analysis, business analysis, project management? Do you want to know how it works? This is a question and it's not rhetorical. I'm expecting yes in the chat, okay? because what I just showed you is still very surface level. What you will learn when you come into the program is deeper than this. All right. There you will understand some tools, major tools that you should know as a data analyst, major tools that you should know as a business analyst, major tools that you should know as a project manager. And this is an opportunity for you to become that person that employers are looking for. Okay. I tell people that there are jobs everywhere. There's nothing like, oh, there's no job. There are jobs. There are jobs. Okay, I was at a career fair today and I know that there are jobs. Like, there are jobs with good pay. All right. So, the question is, are you qualified for those jobs? The skill sets they are looking for, do you have it? The kind of reasoning, critical thinking they are looking for, do you have it? The kind of innovation that they are looking for, how can you leverage AI? How can you leverage technology? How can you make our process better? Those are the things employers are looking for right now in 2026, right now. Okay. So I have just one question for you. Will you like to go deeper into understanding these concepts? I see Rachel, I see Wanchuku, I see Amaka. Good. So you guys are actually very ready to start your tech journey. Stanley, okay, amazing, amazing. Now, like I said, you can come from any walks of life to become any of these things, a social media and video creator, a business analyst, project manager, automation engineer, data analyst, software developer. You can come from any walks of life to become this person that is irresistible. There are some people, do you know that there are some people in organizations that they cannot dare to sack? They no, because once they do that, that's it. All right. There are people that, and you can become that person. Here's the truth: you can become that person. The value you bring to the table determines where you are in the scheme of things. The value you bring to the table determines where you are in the scheme of things. You don't necessarily have to do so much. What you need to do is learn how to leverage tech. You see this tech, you see this AI, those are the things organizations are looking for. Okay, what can you do? How can you better our process? How fast can you deliver? Okay, how fast can you deliver? So something that ClickUp board space I showed you just now would have taken me hours, hours, because now you have to look into all the tasks involved in the whole project. Okay, and I was able to leverage AI to do it. All I need to do is to tell it that, okay, this is the business analyst, this is the project manager, okay, this is the developer, this is the designer, this is this, this is that. All right, let me assign all the tasks based on these people. Okay, that is another prompt that I'll just give ClickUp and then it will continue doing it for me. But then for you, I want you to be very intentional about starting your journey tonight. Okay, I want you to be very intentional about starting your journey tonight. Employers no longer hire for certification. As much as certification is good, employers hire for portfolio. They want to see what you can do. The portfolio is more credible. A portfolio is a page that shows your work. There you can sell yourself, you can show all you've done so far, where you are currently, the tools you used, okay, the results you got from each task. That is what they want to see. They want to see that, yes, you can do these things. Instead of you putting it on your CV, just on your CV that, yeah, I can use ClickUp, I can use Jira, I can use DaVinci Resolve, all those things. All those things. They don't want to hear it. They want to see it. They want to see it. Okay. And one of the things we help our students do is build their portfolio. This is an example of what a data analyst portfolio looks like on my screen. You can see the dashboard, you can see the chart, you can see the everything there. Okay, You can see it. This is what your recruiter wants to see beyond just your certificates. Okay, they want to see what you've done and what you can do. Now, our courses are very, intentional. It is built with a lot of intentionality. All right. I will show you some people who have gone through our program before, and then, their testimonials and everything. I'll show you very quickly. But I want you to understand that we build this thing with so much intentionality. Now, your classes are going to be 8 weeks, 8 weeks training, 6 weeks live class, then 2 weeks you get to work on your capstone project. All right. The weekly mentorship, capstone, and hackathon. You get to work on the capstone at the end of your training. We help you review and revamp your CV. We help you with LinkedIn optimization, Upwork profile setup. Okay, so what that means is that you can even start learning and earning. All right. Interview preparation. We jump on a call like this. The way I'm talking to you, your facilitators would be talking to you as the recruiter, and then you have to respond to them as if you're in an actual interview. Everything you do in an interview, they want to see it. Okay, how are you composed? How composed are you? Because some people join this call now and their camera was on. That is very unprofessional. When you're joining a meeting, you have to turn off your camera, turn off your audio. Okay, you come into the meeting. Until you're asked to speak, you don't turn on your audio or your video, because there's some people that will ask you to turn on your video. Okay, so these are simple things that can make your interviewer, not interested in bringing you on board. Interesting, right? Turning off your audio and your video. Interesting, but yeah, that's how it works in some places. And then also the kind of answer you give to certain questions. We will ask you those questions. Okay, tell us about yourself. What do you do? What have you done? What skills did you use in this particular scenario? So many questions like that that you have to give proper answers to. So when you answer us like that, we have to tell you, oh, this is the best way to go about it, to better help you prepared for your interview. Those are some of the things we do. We also give you job reference letter on the job support. When you've eventually gotten your job, you need help, we can support you on that level. Tuesday support, every Tuesday, TSS. There we send you, we answer questions. You and your facilitator, you ask a facilitator questions from live class, and then they give answers to you. Yeah, you have full access to your facilitator. Okay, that's the interesting thing about working with enrolling in analytics. We also have an alumni community, and then you get your accredited certificates. All right, now let's look into some testimonials. Okay, let's look into some testimonials. I'm going to play some for you, and then we will take it up from there. So this is Pavel. How many of us are still here? If you're still with me, give me a thumbs up, please. Give me a thumbs up. I told you this is a class. I told you this is a class now, so you have to show that you are here. Even if I don't tell you give me a thumbs up, just giving me thumbs up. Hey. So that I know that we are together. Amazing. Good. Love it. Well done. Okay. Now, this is Pavel. Pavel was a teacher back in Cameroon, and before you knew it, he joined our program, data analytics program, and then he was able to land a job as an healthcare data analyst. Okay, Pavel completed his analytics data analysis course, and then he tailored his CV to fit the data analyst role. Okay, one of the issues a lot of people face is that they don't tailor their CV to fit the role they are looking for, and then they start saying, oh, I'm not getting a job, because you are not tailoring your CV. Just yesterday in our mentorship classes, one of our mentorship sessions, we spoke about how you can use AI, ChatGPT precisely. I think you use Claude, yeah. How you can use AI to tailor your CV to fit roles. All you need to do, upload your CV, upload the job description, tell it to run the ATS test. All right, tell it to run the ATS test, and then the results is to give you results, to give you feedback. After getting those feedbacks, it can help you update your CV to be able to pass the ATS test. I also have heard of ATS test before. ATS test. Okay. It's one of the phases your CV has to go through. I dare say it's the first step before recruiters now reach out to you, blah blah blah. That's why some people, you'll be shocked. You apply for a role and next 1 hour you're already getting rejection mail, and you're like, they didn't even go through my CV. It's not them. It's an automated process. All right. It's an automated process. So let me show you Pavel and what he said. Okay. Let me show you Pavel. This is Pavel. Okay. So that's to show you that when we share testimonials, it's not just for the sake of sharing it. They're actually real people that got jobs. All right.
Today, I work as a health data and reporting analyst at a physician-owned group in Arizona, USA. And the skills I learned from Analytics have been invaluable in my current role. At this point, if you're thinking about joining Analytics, my advice is simple: go for it. The structure, the support, the real world experience they provide is second to none. And it's a community that really wants to see you succeed. So I want to say thank you to Analytics for being such an instrumental part of my journey. And I'm so grateful for everything I've learned through the program and the doors that the program has opened for me. All the best to.
All right. So that is Pavel. Okay. That is Pavel. How many of us heard what he said? He said that so many doors have been opened to him even after his training here at Analytics. Okay. Even after his training here at Analytics. All right. So I want to show you someone else very quickly. I want to show you someone else very quickly. This is Janet, or Judith rather. Judith is, we used to be a carer, okay? Used to be a carer in the UK. All right, so she used to be a carer. Pavel used to be a teacher and he became a data analyst. Judith used to be a carer and she became a business analyst. And I want you to hear what she said after getting a role.
If I send a referral with my work email to my boss, then
it
they will
carries more
consider
weight.
it faster.
Yeah.
That's so true. And I can, why not? Analytics is part of me, seriously, because the platform changed my life. A kind of job I've been trying to get and I couldn't for a very long time. I just shabbily had that training because I met someone and she was like, oh, you can do this. And I encouraged myself, being a migrant abroad with 3 children, run about with domiciliary job. It wasn't easy. But now I see my kids every day. I'm okay. I can even put myself on hold and go and pick them, It's
being a US company, I can only imagine the salary. But I'll not ask you the salary now. But when you come on
the salary is fantastic.
I'll ask you that
and
one.
within 6 months, you can take a higher role.
Wow.
The salary is fantastic. And the US, they're very good. They give you opportunity to grow in the job. Yeah. You can keep growing. They keep asking, oh, do you want to take this role? Before they will advertise any role outside, they will advertise to us first. So I can help fellow Analytics.
And guys, let me say that Judith is not being paid for this. In fact, this whole video was my idea. I told the Analytics rep that I've been dealing with that, why don't we bring people on board who have actually had an experience with Analytics, come and share exactly how.
Okay. We all heard Judith, right? We all heard Judith. Did we all hear Judith? All right, can we all hear me now? Okay, sorry about that. Let me share my screen. So sorry about that. So Judith, like I said, she used to be a carer, okay, while studying in the UK for a master's. Then she wanted more out of life. All right. By the way, if you've not yet filled the form, you can fill the form so you can watch the full video. Okay. You can fill the form so you can watch the full video. The link here is clickable, so you can watch the full video when you want to. So Judy completed a program here at Analytics, and then 3 months after, she landed a BA job. You heard her saying that, oh, Analytics changed my life, made her a better human. She was in a very comfortable place. She was working from home. She was taking care of her kids. She didn't have any issues anymore till now, okay? Till now, she's still working as a business analyst. All right, she's still working as a business analyst. Now, the question I want to ask you is, will you let this opportunity slip this time? Judith was once like you on this call, who didn't know anything about tech. Okay, she didn't know anything about tech, no tech background, nothing. And then she decided to take a BA course with analytics. She decided to take a course, and she was very intentional about it. A few months after she got a role, Pavel too was a teacher. He didn't know anything about tech, but he decided to take the leap of faith and took a course with analytics business. Right now, he works in the US, and then he's doing very well for himself. All right. So the question is, will you let this one slip this time? You've always, joined interviews, joined master classes, you've seen our ads, you've seen our videos, you decided to, come online, attend a master class. This is the time, this is the moment for you to take the bold step. Why are you procrastinating? July is here, August is knocking on the door, the year is literally coming to an end. So when exactly do you want to take that step? Okay, when do you want to take it? I must tell you that tonight is the best time to take that step. All right, there's a new cohort starting today. And if I say today, I mean that there's a new cohort starting today. Okay, we have running cohorts every month. So every month we have a new cohort starting for all of our programs. And right now, there's a cohort currently going on. So when you register today, yes, I use when, not if, because I'm very sure that we will all register today. So when you register today, you get access to the LMS. You also get access to mentorship. Remember when I said there was a mentorship session that happened yesterday where we taught students how to tailor their CV to fit the role, the exact role they are looking for, and how it can pass the ATS test. Okay. So that's to show you that our mentorship sessions are built in a way that it would help you move up the ladder faster. All right. It will help you move up the ladder faster. So here you want to join the new cohort. You want to join the new cohort, which is starting today. All right. So what are you going to be getting? What are you going to be getting when you join this cohort? 8 weeks live classes, weekly mentorship. Our classes are on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then, you get access to the LMS platform. I'll show you the LMS platform very soon. All right. There you have videos that can help you augment your learning, and then weekly mentorship. I mentioned weekly mentorship already, every Thursday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., 1 hour. So if you work a 9 to 5, don't worry, to not disrupt your work, is in the night. Okay. So capstone project at the end of your training, you get to review and revamp your CV. Okay, as a professional, we have resources for that to help you. All right. LinkedIn optimization is also there. where your profile is rebuilt to attract recruiters and clients. Then you have Upwork profile setup, and then interview preparation. I already doubled down on that previously. Then job reference letter. We give you job reference letter. On the job support, those probational periods um where you get to be under probation. They want to check if you are exactly fit for the role. Some companies do 2 months, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Okay, so we are going to support you throughout. If you have questions, if you need clarity, if you need support, we're there for you. Tuesday, okay, every Tuesday you get to have one-on-one with your facilitator and you ask questions. All right, alumni community also, and then an accredited certificate, that is internationally recognized. Let me show you what is going to be on the certificate. All right, how many of us can see this logo here? This accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. That's to tell you that our certificates are internationally recognized. Okay, how many of us are still here? How many of us are still here? Good, good. All right. So we are almost at the end. All right. Like I said, these are the things you're going to be getting. The total value of this is 980,000 naira. Right. So if I tell Solomon, oh, Solomon, this is what you're going to get from this training, and I want you to pay 1 million, I'm very sure Solomon will be like, yeah, that's fine. No problem. It's a lot already. Okay. And if I tell Amaka or Angela, okay, bring 500K, or Basil, bring 500K, and you get access to all these things, they'll be like, yeah, no problem, of course, because the value is way more than that. All right, the value is way more than that. I'm not seeing reactions. Okay, but trust me, yeah, we are not going to sell it at 980,000 naira, which is the original value. Neither are we selling it at the normal price of 250,000. All right, tonight you get to pay 120. Sorry, I have a mistake on my slide. This is not correct. So it's supposed to be 120,000 naira only. You can see it here. 120,000 naira only if you are paying one time, and then 50,000 naira if you are paying in installments. So if you want to take your slots tonight, you get to pay 120,000 naira one-time payment. And if you want to secure your slot and just secure your slot, you don't have 120,000 naira, you can pay 50 and then balance 100 before the end of your training. So the new cohort is starting August, but I tell my students that the best time to start is now. There's no need procrastinating anything. Majorly because when you come in, you get access to the LMS, and then you get access to mentorship. Like I said, I have just 5 slots for this. All right, I have just 5 slots for this. If you have questions, you can drop it in the chat. Let's look at it together. Victory, please let me send the details for payment for those that are ready to secure their slots immediately. So we have just 5 slots for this early access payments. Okay, just 5 slots. If you pay 120K, you get access. I won't stress again for payments. It is one time and that's it. Okay, but if you want to pay in installment, you pay 50 and then you balance 100. Now let me show you what's in the LMS. All right, Ayobami, your hand is raised. Can you turn off your video, please? If you have a question, please drop it in the chat. I'm looking at the chat already.
Okay. My question is, The certificate, is it digital certificate or can we get a hard copy of the certificate that we ship to us, or we can I don't know. Do
Okay.
you understand my question?
Yeah, I understand. So the certificate is going to be emailed to you. Okay. So if you want a physical copy, you can, I think you can, it's printable. Yes, I think it's printable, but usually we send via mail e-copy. Do you understand?
Yes,
All
I
right.
do. Yes, I understand.
Okay. So do you have any other questions?
No, no question.
All right. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. Okay. You can drop it in the chat. Okay, I'm trying to open up the LMS. Okay, good. So this is the LMS platform. All right. This is the LMS platform, and here, yeah, you see your name, your picture, and the likes. But for here, you see the course that you are interested in taking. So right now, it's AI for business analysis and project management because that's what I do. Okay. And then the cohorts, it will show your current cohort. For most of us who will be registering tonight, you can choose to register for the August cohort, September, based on your schedule. Okay. Now, this is the dashboard. What I'm currently showing you right now is the dashboard. Shows, your learning path, your number of students in the cohorts, and all of that. Then you would see the classroom. In the classroom is where activities are shown, when your facilitator sends certain materials, class details, and all of that. You can see important materials. Yeah, you have the portfolio, CV review, right? This is classroom, live classes majorly. Then your lesson videos. Your lesson videos is where you see videos that can help you learn better and faster. So there's a reason we recorded these videos, okay? Because Saturday classes are practical classes, but we can't just base all your learning journey on Saturday classes alone, 3 hours, okay? Now, we have to augment it with something, and this is the platform that we've chosen to augment it with. So here you will see foundational understanding of concepts before you come into live classes. So let me show you what's inside this platform. All right, so you see AI for business analysis and project management course. Week 0 gives you an understanding of basic things. You can see week 0, introduction to project management, project, who is a project manager, business analyst, key responsibilities, career pathways. This is for BAs and PMs, but it is tailored to your course. So if you choose AI automation, you definitely not be seeing all of this. What you see is different. What is AI automation? Who is an AI automation engineer? For week 0. Then week 1, you see videos also. You can see project charter, risk assessment, business case document, scope document. You would even see case studies. You see case studies showing how to implement these things. Okay, so we don't just teach theoretical things in our classes. We are not just, it's not theory. We train you on how to practicalize. In live classes on Saturdays, you come on the call and then you come with your laptop, okay? So that as you are watching your facilitator, you are doing your own, you're learning, you're growing, okay? So those are the things that give us joy in the analytics business. The fact that our students are growing, You can hear, you heard, the testimonials from people saying, oh, they are very interactive. I was able to reach out to my facilitator. Thank you, my facilitator. And then goes down to week 2, same with week 3. All the videos are there to augment your learning journey. So that is that for the LMS. Once you register tonight, you get access to this place. You start learning instantly. Okay? So does any other person have questions? Any other question? Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Victory. The payment details are already in the chat. All right. I have just 5 slots. 50K for you to book your slot tonight. You balance up 100, 120 for you to get your slot fully, one-time payment, and then you get access to the program. So Abigail, Amaka, Angela, Ayobami, Celestine, David, Francis, Grace, Gracious, Joshua, James, who else? Solomon. Is the name Solomon or Olorifemi? I have Stanley Nwanchuku. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? You have to make a decision. All right. You
I
have
already
to.
start today already.
What did you say?
I already start today already.
You registered today already. That's good. Congratulations. Welcome to the program. Which course did you register for?
AI automation engineer.
Okay, that's great. Well done. Congratulations. So that's the August cohort. Wow.
Yes. Thank you.
Well done. All right.
Hello.
So, Francis, you want to say something?
I want to ask a question. Good evening.
All right. Good evening.
Okay, I joined some minutes ago, but I wanted to know whether the AI for project management, whether it is based on project management or just AI. Whether you still learn, if you want to learn project management, whether you can use that AI for project management to learn about project management, or is project management another entire course apart from? I don't know whether I understand what I'm trying to say.
Okay, so you're asking, are we just going to train you on AI or project management and how to infuse AI?
What I'm asking is the course AI for project management, is it different from pure project that's only core project management course? Are there differences? Or I don't know
Okay.
whether you can use that AI for project management to learn project management also. That's what I'm
Okay.
asking. Yeah.
All right. So what I understand, you're asking if it is beginner friendly, like someone that doesn't know anything about project management.
Something
Can
like
they,
that.
can they enroll and they will still have very good understanding of project management and how to use AI? Yes. So the answer is yes. Okay. So if you don't have any understanding of project management, you can come to the analytics business. All our courses actually are beginner friendly. So it is training you on how to think like a project manager, okay? How to break down project tasks and how to deliver value, okay, project delivery and all of that. So earlier, please can you turn off your audio? It's quite distracting. Thank you. So earlier I showed you ClickUp. All right, I showed you ClickUp and I showed you how I was able to use ClickUp with the AI feature. All right, now so many project managers out there use ClickUp. ClickUp is not a new tool, okay? So if you're a project manager, you should know at least how to use ClickUp or Jira, all right? Both of them do similar things, but they're not exactly the same. So ClickUp is like bigger, no, Jira is like bigger ClickUp because Jira has a lot of, it's more for dev projects, development, because it has a lot of sprint planning, sprint review, and all of that. So majorly, if we say, oh, we just want to teach you how to use AI as a project manager, when I come into ClickUp, I'll not show you anything about, let me just share my screen. I love that question, by the way. So when I come into ClickUp, I'll not show you anything about clicker brain. I'll just come here. No, I'll not show you anything about, creating a space, creating lists, folders, and tasks. I'll not show you how to assign. I'll not show you how to do due dates. I'll just go straight to clicker brain. Once you create the space, you just come straight to clicker brain and start from. No. What we do is we train you on tool first, how to use it. We'll show you how you can leverage AI, because that AI will not give you the exact results you need. You have to be very knowledgeable to know that, oh, this is not what I want. I want it this way. Okay. So even as BAs too, there's something called process mapping. Okay. There's something called process mapping. And if you don't understand the intricacies of process mapping first, and you start using AI, you start using the charts, Miro, and the likes, you might be very confused, because process maps should follow the BPMN notations. Okay. So yeah, Francis, you can go ahead, please.
But do people have another course of just project management?
Okay, so right now we don't. Okay, so before now they used to be separate: project management and business analysis separate, AI in project management, AI in business analysis, but right now they are together because there are some organizations you enroll to. Let's say enroll, you apply. You apply to some organizations, and typically you are applying for the role. But when you're looking at the JD, the job description, you would be seeing something about BA. Okay, you'll be seeing something about BA, and then that's why we decided to bring them together. So we don't have a course fully on project management or management without AI. No, these are the courses we have currently running. All right. I hope I answered that. Just give me a thumbs up if you get that. All right, good. So are you willing to enroll for the BAPM course? Are you willing to enroll? Francis, are you willing to enroll?
But yes, but not by August. Maybe later on down the year.
All right. So we have Ayobami in the program already. All right. So I want to show you the website, and then the programs. So these are the programs. You can see BAPM, social media content, AI automation, software website dev, data and HR analytics. Okay. They're all AI infused. That's why you're saying AI, because the world is changing. We can't just train you on project management and not show you how you can use AI. All right. If you are applying for a job, if you want a better, what's it called? If you want better leverage, then you should know how to use AI in these courses. Okay. So that is that about that. So do you have any other question? My slots are still available. Okay, you get to pay a discounted amount tonight. You get to pay a discounted amount tonight. All right. So I don't know. I keep on money. Can you hear me? Okay, David. Yeah, love your name, by the way. So yeah, so yes, the payment is already in the chat. All right, it's already in the chat. Once you click on it, you get access to making your payments. So let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you what it looks like quickly. It's a very seamless process. So this is the second link there for flexible payment. So here you would send in the amount you want to pay. So let's say you want to pay 120. All right, you want to pay 120,000, and then you enter your email, and click. All right, still loading. Usually it doesn't take this long. So yeah. So you can see here, total amounts to be paid is this, and then you see the account details. Send exact amount on displayed. All right. So this is the account details for payments. Once you've made payments to the account details, you click on I've sent the money. Very simple. Works on mobile, works on laptop. So if you're not with your phone, you can use your laptop. If you're with your phone, you can use your phone, very easy to use. Okay, very easy to use. So if it's 50K also, same process. Put in the amount you're paying. Okay, to lock in your slot. Then you enter your email address. Click on continue. You need to understand that what I showed you tonight is just a tip of the iceberg. All right, it's just a tip of the iceberg. So if you are looking to build faster and build better, then you should enroll for the course. Okay, then you should enroll for the course. It's money that you can spend in 2 days, 3 days, and then things will still remain the same. Okay, things will still remain the same. The fact that you said, "Oh, I want to leverage AI in 2026. I want to do all of that." Nothing changes until you change. Right? Nothing changes. Nothing moves. Nothing. It is the same every day. So you have to be intentional. You have to be very intentional. You have to be very, very intentional. So the payment link is here in the chat. Also, please don't forget to fill out the attendance form. All right. Don't forget to fill out the attendance form. Okay. So that'll be all. I have just 5 minutes left. So if you are interested in taking a slot, don't hesitate, reach out. All right, reach out. Let me show the slide where I have my phone number. Okay, great. So my phone number is here. If you want to call me, if you want to send me a message, if you want to send a message, you can go ahead and do that right now so that you can book your slots. I'm in my WhatsApp DM now. So I'm checking. All right. So send me a DM. Okay, so let's end this call here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Francis, Ayobami, who is already learning AI automation, Solomon, James, Victor, Uchenna. All right, I can still see Abigail, Angela. Angela, are you already enrolled? Are you already enrolled in the analytics business? You can unmute your mic, okay? Are you already enrolled? Angela. And Angela, hear me. David, are you enrolled already? Okay. So thank you so much, guys. I would see you in the next webinar. Cheers. Bye, everyone.